So hey guys, it's Zion again, and this is Titanfall. Well, I don't have to tell you that, you know exactly what it is. War games. I got the season pass because I love this game and I want an excuse to play it. But that's not what I want to talk about. Instead, I want to talk about hackers. Now, I was going to do a commentary about Modern Warfare 2 and the old Infinity Ward and the tricks and little puzzles that they put into these games for us to find, like the FAL doing 5 more damage with the holographic set equipped, or the holographic sight reducing recoil for the M16A4 in Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare 3, the really bad assault rifle shooting faster when you have a grenade, when you have a shotgun attached to it. But instead, I want to talk about something else. And I got thinking about this simply because I like watching Dark Souls 2 PvP, and there's a guy named Ouroboros, or Brandon505, or you know him if you watch Dark Souls stuff. And he has come across a hacker who he, at this point, I think, affectionately knows as Santa. Now, let me start this by saying that I will never condone hacking. I think if you cannot play a game legitimately, you should not be playing at all. But if you're going to hack, don't be a douche about it. Don't go into a lobby and obviously hack and then say GG, or say, oh, you guys suck, or easy, or E-Z, or whatever. You look like a tool, everyone hates you, and you will clear out lobbies. Because that's what hackers, the average hacker does, is he clears out the lobby because people are like, I'm not going to play with this guy. There's no point. There's no fun in it for anyone except him, which of course is, for him, the whole point. There is no fun in it for anyone else. It is his enjoyment only. Now, that being said, and I will stress again that I will never condone any hack, even one as small as changing the color of the kill feed, because you're messing with the game. The game was designed in a very specific way, and now you're messing with it because you're a douchebag. But back to Santa. Santa is a Dark Souls 2 hacker extraordinaire. I don't know where he's getting all of his hacks. I don't know where he probably programs them himself. But he's not a douche about it. And this is what I want to get to, is that if you're going to cheat, if you're not going to play legitimately, don't be just about yourself. And I suppose this goes for any part of life. Don't make the world just about you. Make it fun for everyone involved. Now, Santa, he could have infinite health. He doesn't. Quite. His health bar, when it reaches 0, the infinite health activates. Now, of course, this makes him unkillable. But Santa has the right idea, because Santa goes ahead, and once you beat him in fair combat, bring him down to 0 health, he realizes this because, his health bar is completely blank. And then he does some fancy footwork for you, puts on a phantom ring, takes off his helmet, you see the Santa face, and he makes you very happy. He's like, oh, it's Santa, yay! And you laugh, and then he does some no-clip stuff, and he jumps off the map, and then kills himself, because gravity can't kill Dark Souls 2 hackers. He's making it fun for everyone involved. I would never want to fight this guy, because he has full heavy armor, 2 heavy weapons, a heavy shield, and he rolls like he has no armor on. He's not playing by the rules, which of course makes beating him all the more worthy of reward, at least I would assume in his mind. And I was looking at this guy today, and I was thinking to myself, this is absolutely fucking hilarious. Oh my god, Santa. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw Santa reveal himself as, him being Santa, and I couldn't stop laughing simply because, again, it's not as though he's he's not playing fair, but like a good person, he rewards success and he makes it fun for everyone. He makes you laugh, which in Dark Souls, especially Dark Souls 2, there are some moments of extreme frustration because of the lag, the phantom range, which if you don't know, is basically a weapon that looks as though it shouldn't hit you, but it hits you anyway, and it sometimes looks like it's hitting you from about 5 feet away. And that's not fair because that's problems with the game. But these are frustrations that we have. And of course, cheaters will always cheat. There will always be cheaters. As long as the ability to cheat, people will. But the majority of cheaters are not fun. They're not interesting. They don't try to do anything. You look at the Modern Warfare 2 or any of the Call of Duty cheaters, especially in World at War. World at War cheaters, it's God mode, aimbot, infinite lunge, and infections. And of course, these are kids, right? They're maybe like 12, 13, 14. They don't actually know what kind of effect their hacking is having on regular people's enjoyment of a game. Santa, though, probably is a coder. He probably, and if he's not, he knows someone who is. And he has fun with it. And I guess I'm sorry if I'm being a rambly broken record here, but it just surprises me that there are so many people out there who would just hack because they can, and because they want to make other people's lives miserable. That someone who stands out, even if they're cheating, is worthy of attention. And if I could go on topic for a little while, I love the way that Respawn has chosen to deal with hackers in Titanfall. Now, I'll preface that by saying that I don't play this game enough, nor do I know what hacking looks like in this game, because it actually does look a little different in each game that you come across. Like Battlefield 3 aimbots look very different from Bad Company 2 and COD aimbots, because in Battlefield Bad Company 2, you would be snapping to targets that are 180 degrees behind you, and you see it happen. But in Battlefield 3, things are more fluid, and so it was hard to tell. And then, of course, you have the Titanfall cheaters that are, instant Titans, instant Titanfall, aimbots, wall hacks, all this sort of stuff. But again, I'm the kind of person who doesn't go out looking for that, because I guess I'm just too damn nice. Like, I think the best of people before I think the worst of them. So, I don't know what a hacker in Titanfall looks like, but I love the approach, at the very least, that Respawn has taken. And again, if you don't know, it's actually pretty ingenious, and I wish that more shooters did it instead of just saying, oh, we'll ban you for life, or we won't care. Which actually, unfortunately, is Valve's take on things, because they keep putting Counter-Strike Global Offensive on sale, which makes hackers easier and easier to just make multiple accounts. My point being is that if you put hackers in their own hacker lobbies, where they can put each other's aimbots to the test, I mean, what better way of selling your product is there? And I've actually talked about that particular topic before. It's better to always engender positivity in your user base than to make anyone angry. Because unfairness is always unfair. Cheaters are unfair. But in your dealings with them, you should not be unfair back. Do unto others as they would do unto you. Or do as I say, not as I do. Or another aphorism for don't be a douchebag in punishment for other people being douchebags. Cheater, making an enemy of your hacker community will not serve you. And so I think, as far as Dark Souls is concerned, I'm actually rather pleased that From has taken it's a fairly hands-off approach. Some might say too hands-off. The hacker epidemic is too large, and that From isn't doing enough to deal with it. But we have people like Santa, who make hacking at least humorous, if still really, really frustrating. I will say again, and I'll probably say it again at the end of the commentary, I will never condone hacking. It's not fair, it's not right, it's not good. But if, as a company, you make the ban hammer the heaviest piece of metal you've ever seen, you will make everyone angry because you will make mistakes. No computer system, no admin, no moderator is perfect. And if you are banning people left and right at the slightest mention or the slightest assumption of a hacker, you will be banning half of your community. Because I've watched top-level Titanfall, Counter-Strike, Battlefield, Call of Duty. Hell, I've played with them, and some might say that I'm close, depending on the day. I wouldn't, of course, but I've heard people say I'm good at these games. People call hacks a lot. And like I said, I've seen top players do things and have reaction times and Twitch aims and all of this stuff that I could not even conceive of, but I know for a fact they're not hacking because I watch the rest of their gameplay. I don't see just these little instances. I see the whole thing. And I see that there are times when they make mistakes, when they're not instantaneously locking onto people, instantaneously doing a 180-degree turn. They are, in fact, playing legitimately. They're just that good. And that goes for pretty much any game out there. In the world of internet anonymity, if I can sound like a complete tool for a second, there is no way to determine whether or not someone is actually cheating without looking at the game code or being absolutely certain that what you're seeing is them turning 180 degrees and headshotting 5 people across the map. Now, of course, in COD 4, I've seen people I know for a fact are cheating, so if I'm being a little contradictory here, I apologize. Point being, is that unless you are 100% sure on multiple counts that someone is guilty, they are innocent. And that's the way that the best anti-cheat systems work. Innocent until proven guilty. It might make a few people angry simply because people would say, oh, they're not doing enough. But if they do too much, that's even worse. Because, and I will say it one more time, I do not condone cheaters. I do not want to step in the way of people's right to play the game. If you bought the game, that's fine. If you bought the cheats, that's fine. I hate you, but it's fine. If you're going to cheat, fine, get out of my lobby, but if you're going to stay, then at least give me something to laugh at while I'm rage quitting.